Hello and welcome to Under My Skin with, and we are joined by one of the most recorded drummers of all time. He played with Steely Dan, with Aretha Franklin, with Herbie Hancock, you name them, and we are very happy to have you here, Mr. Bernard Purdie. Welcome.
Yeah! Bernard, I have a first question. When was your first contact with natural drumheads in your life?
Oh, well, I was almost 4.
Wow.
Yep. I
4
was.
years old.
I heard them. I heard the drums down the block. The street that I lived on was street that I lived on. You had to cross what they called the big highway.
Okay.
Car going this way, and another car coming this way. That's the big highway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm 4 years old, so I'm not allowed to cross this lane.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have somebody older to take me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard the drums, and I had to get an older brother to take me. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to take me. And the funny part is that they all knew how I felt. And I think that I might have had some tears in my eyes. And then I think it was my mother who picked and chose. Ernie, take your brother down. Oh, you don't make faces. Don't you dare make a face. When your mother speaks, or when your grandmother. Yes, Mom. Good, they wanted to kill me. So, I got taken down, right down the next road. Same, over here. And you walk across the highway, the 2-lane the highway, and then you're in the next block. So you got to now walk down the street, past 4 or 5 houses, until you down there where the drums are being played.
Was it a club or was it a...
This is the teacher.
Okay.
I didn't know. I really didn't know exactly who he was. I was almost 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, found out where his house was, and we stopped. And he said, "What can I do for you?" And I'm standing behind my brother. He said, "Kid brother here plays little drums." "Oh, he's a drummer." You know, they spoke, and I'm grinning, and I'm waiting for all this.
4 years old.
Almost 4.
Oh.
But I was 4.
Oh yeah.
Little slight lie, but close. Because I was almost there, you know. So he asked me how old I was, and I told him, I says, I looked at my brother and 4. And Mr. Haywood says, What'd you say?" I said, oh, gotta say it again. And then my brother says, he's trying to tell you he's almost 4 years old. Oh. Oh. So you're just a youngster, huh? But I can play. I can play. Well, it was just a little bit of a lie, just a little bit. I'm learning, you know. I didn't do anything right. No matter what, I didn't do anything right. I said everything kind of wrong and this, and so he said, okay, I'll take it from here. My brother was so happy so he could leave. He could leave. So Mr. Hayward talked to me, and he says, you know what? I like you. I like you. You got the incentive. You're going to be something. You're going to be something. You got nerve, you know, and I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen. Let you. I don't care. I'm good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm like, I'm ready to play. And he said, relax. Yes, he said, relax. You know, relax. He got. That was the longest relaxed that I had ever been in my life. So I says, okay. He says, okay, coming. Sit at the drums, and you play for me. Play.
Do you remember what you played for him?
Hmm?
Do you remember what you played for him?
Of course not. I was too scared. I was too scared, and I just, well, I don't have any sticks. I didn't bring any sticks with me. Oh, you gotta think. I never told the whole world what I just said to you.
Oh, really?
No. Because I don't lie about things. So this time I stretch the truth. I feel like I can stretch the truth because at my age now, nobody thinks of even offering you a job until they hear my name, until they've heard, well, what songs did you play on? What kind of music do you play? And this, that, and the other. So I don't have a problem anymore, ever. And I haven't had a problem in the last 70 years.
Nice. And that was the moment you played a calf head for the first time when you were 4. At that.
That's the first time I'd ever played on real drums.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I was almost 4.
And what kind of instruments did you play at home, or did you try to hit?
No, I played on Mr. Haywood's drum set.
Okay.
That was the teacher, Mr. Haywood.
So you started having lessons with him at that point? At that young age?
At that young age, but I wasn't having the lesson.
Yeah.
So what he said, he would let me come to where he was teaching, and he would, you know, show me and work me into it. And that's what he did. But he sent me on errands. He done whatever he felt that would help him. He says, the only thing is, do not talk when I'm teaching. You're not allowed, because I'm not paying for anything. I have no money, so I can't pay for anything, and so I listen.
Wow. But he saw something in you.
Oh yeah, it's no doubt about it, because eventually, an hour or so later, when he let me put the sticks in my hand, I actually played for 5 or 10 minutes. I kept time. I didn't do nothing fancy. What fancy part can I do since I'm 4 years old? Or not quite 4 years old. But I could bang something out.
Nice.
But you never played the drums before.
For me? No. I never had any drums.
So, did you listen to music at home a lot before that moment?
Oh, yes. I've always been listening to music. I listened to the music. It didn't matter. I hear something, I could, sit down. I could sing it. I could hum it back. I did all those kind of things, but I never owned a pair of sticks or snare drum or anything else.
But when did you start having like formal lessons? Did you at one point have formal lessons?
I had,
later?
Yes. It took me a week or a month before I had sticks in my hands, or I had a mallet in my hands, or I had brushes, because this is how he was teaching all the different students. He was also a teacher at the school, George Washington Carver School. And at that time, there was no mixed schools, So it was just reality. It was just reality for me. I knew I was going to play the drums.
And when did you get your first drum kit? At what age? Like your own drum kit, your first?
My first drums I got the toy drums by the time I was 6 and 7. Between 6 and 7. And I only got that because it was a toy. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere, I'm 5 and 6 years old, and what am I going to do? I have no money, so you do whatever is necessary, and I would have a knife, little not a real carving knife or nothing, just a regular knife and regular fork that you eat with, and I could play. And I could pat my foot. Kept time. Everything I did. But I didn't know that that's what I was doing
For the rest of your life. Amazing.
It became amazing even to me that I could keep time. I could keep time, but I didn't know that that's what it was. I just played. I just played. And when I did, I put the knives in my hand, and
break any plates?
Hmm?
Did you break any plates as well?
No, no. Oh, no. No. I didn't break a plate. I did not break a plate until I was maybe 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in between 8 and 9. I come from a family, large family, 15. So there was no music in the family, just brothers and sisters. No. Music was not something that we could do. There was no money to do that. And finally, having that knife and a fork and a spoon, I learned to do things with them. And that, within itself, I kept time. And what I'm doing for you right now, that's as fast as I would go. That was it. This is where so much was working for me, but I didn't know why. This is what I could do. I could do this. And of course, I learned what it was. And it was the train.
Yeah. The train.
Mm-hmm. Because the train stopped in Elkton, Maryland.
Okay.
So, and that's where we were, a block away, basically, a block away. Yes, I played that, even though I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was playing, but it was time. So Mr. Haywood started explaining things to me, and then he would tell me, when he allowed me to start coming in on a regular basis, he said, "Bugsy, play this." I'm listening, I'm sitting, and I jump up, sit down, and play it exactly what he asked me to do. And I played for the other students. Now, for 3 years, I did exactly what he said. And during the course of that time, I tried to help others who were having trouble. And I used to say, well, he's trying to tell you so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. And I'd shut up until he came. He'd just go back and forth, he'd go in the kitchen, he'd go someplace else. But I got caught 3 years later speaking. And not allowed to speak.
Okay.
That's not your job to speak. I could only do, and when he said to practice, and I never did anything faster than this. I didn't know why. I didn't understand why, but he told me, this is my time. He said, you keep good time. That's what he was saying to me. Listen, I'm the happiest person in the world. I'm keeping time. Because he said I could. That's what I was doing. And yes, I got caught. I got caught, and he said, out! Out! You don't exist! By this time, I was 6 or 7. And I was like, I was devastated. I was devastated. But I didn't understand why he did this, because I thought I was helping him. Don't think. It's not your job. It's not your job to think. Not your job to show people unless you're being asked. It's not your job to get anybody to do anything because you didn't ask. That is what I had to learn. And that was the hardest part of anything with anybody. But I didn't know that. Don't speak. You don't exist. When he goes out, by the time I was 5, I'd say by at least by 5, I could whisper almost, or I can play it. Say, this is what he's asking you to do. This, shak-kak-kak-tak, or taka-taka-taka-taka-taka-taka-taka. It didn't matter what it was that they were supposed to be learning. I was showing them what he's saying.
Wow. So you started to teach actually pretty young, right? You started to teach with 7 years old.
Yeah. But the thing is that what he said to me, by the time I was 11 and 12, he says, you're a natural. Natural is fine, but I still didn't know what he meant.
Yeah.
You know, because I was afraid to answer him and say, yes, I know. That word, I know. Oh, no. Didn't exist anymore. But I was actually teaching his students and showing them, because he would go out of the room.
Wow.
He'd go out of the room. He says, you know, to me, he was going to get a drink. Water is what I assumed. You know,
Okay.
Listen, I could not tell you. I'd be lying if I told you that I saw him drink. I had no idea about anything like that.
Was that also the first time around 10 or 11 where you got your first real drum kit, or was that earlier?
Yes, but I got the real drum kit from Mr. Stanley. Mr. Stanley was the mayor of Cecil County, but he also owned the newspaper stand, newspaper store, and anything else. He had his own business, and I worked for him too. So I became delivering newspapers. By the time I was 10, I got my first job. And that was because I could memorize where the guys would go on vacation.
HP and I did some research, Bernard. At the time, plastic hats came around. You were about 17 years old, so there were plastic and calf hats at the same time.
The plastic, they both. But now, what I had was the calf hats, because that's what drummers were playing on. And it didn't matter who or where, you had to be careful. You Don't break the heads. The worst thing you can do is sit down and break a head because you don't have a job. And to buy a new head at my age,
And how was it when the plastic came out? Was that a big thing? Wow, no, we
Of
don't have
course.
to take care of breaking a head anymore.
no, wrong attitude. That would be the wrong attitude of drummers. The point is that if you can afford the plastic head, it's because your parents did it, because that's what they were pushing to save money. That's to save money on their part, because the plastic heads didn't cost them as much money.
Yeah.
But the heads that we had, plastic did not happen. And for me, it had to be at least 12. Yeah, by 12 or 13 before I knew that there was a difference between plastic and just
And what do you think, what is in your opinion the biggest difference between a natural head and a plastic head?
sound.
Sound, right?
All of it is about sound. And we were forced, no matter what happened, every night when you play, when you go to put your drums away, you turn you turn that 12 or 16 piece drum,
Losing the head.
Losing the head.
the head, you gotta loosen the head.
Yeah.
You'll never have any money if you didn't. Because they would break. They would actually break over time.
Yeah.
But it didn't becomes your fault. You know, you're hitting it too hard or whatever the circumstance, you know. But money stop you from buying the plastic heads.
And when you started recording, Bernard, do you recall any albums you used plastic heads still on recording sessions?
Oh, sure. I had plastic by the time 15, by my age 15. But I was into it simply because I was older. I've been now playing for 10 years. Whether I want to say anything to anybody, but I could play because I never overplayed.
And do you think one key point was that you learned this awareness throughout playing calfskins in the beginning? This awareness
had to.
of not destroying, not hitting your drums too hard, more like touch them, not hit them?
Nope.
Yeah.
The point is, it took money. Money to buy plastic heads.
Yeah.
No matter who you were or what you were doing, if you had a pocket full of money, you can go get plastic heads. But these companies didn't survive on it. They realized that people that were hitting, they were hitting too hard. That's all. So people had to learn how to not to hit so hard and hit almost in the same area. Because unless you got this little circle that you can play on so it doesn't spread so much, and every time that you sit down to play, if you are playing further up here, then that, it's not a hole. It's just that what is underneath you're losing. You're losing parts of the drum itself. That's what the plastic does. That's what that did. So you, can you imagine at my age, $200 for a drumhead?
Wow. It was so expensive.
People did not understand what drums were about. Everybody looked at drums and this, that, and the other. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You break that head, you're in trouble.
Bernard, we figured out some records you played on.
I mean, there's thousands of, right? We
Yeah,
picked some.
We picked 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
And maybe
And would like to ask you to tell us a story about one of them.
if you have any stories you can recall around those albums.
Well,
Any fun?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The beauty of what you picked out,
Yeah.
each album that you actually picked out
Yeah.
were hits. I made hits with them.
Yeah.
I was with them, I was part of them, and I was being asked what I would like to play and what because of the people that I'm working for. They were the artists, but they were not the ones that came in. There was always somebody else who had the money. This young lady, phenomenal. I got along with every artist that you just had in your hand. It didn't matter who it was, because I listened to what they were asking and what they wanted. So they would actually ask me, well, Purdie, what do you like? You know, by the time that I'm actually playing here, something, what you're seeing here, I was between 18 and 20. I was making hit records at that time. These were demos. Demo, 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 demo. They became what you see now simply because they were redone, republished, whatever. That's all.
There were demos in the beginning.
They were all demos.
Wow, I didn't know that.
None of the people knew it.
Nobody knows that.
No,
right?
they didn't. Now, in my book, it has and it talks about things, but I did not necessarily point out each spot because I actually did. If you're talking about the real McCoy, not the 4,000 or 5,000 records that I played on, but it's more like 20, over 20,000. But I had to learn you can't put too much on something, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful, because people automatically, the stuff that I went through and the era that I came in, the Beatles, yes, the Beatles came in late, as far as I'm concerned, but that's okay too. I was already making records for folks by the time I was 16, 17. I was making records, but they were all demos.
Wow.
These, every one of these, were major records.
Yep.
And each one of them, except for this young man here, the producer right here, the same producer who got the credit as being the producer.
That's where the money was, right? That's where the money was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And they were done, and this was was done both in New York and California. New York, or I should say, yeah, just New York and New York. We did those. From Washington to New York.
The drum sound on this album is just, I mean, this first song, you were 18 years old.
But that's the hardest part.
But did you play plastic or calf heads on any of those recordings?
I had my own drums by then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that was the Rogers, still the Rogers drum kit
Yeah.
with calf heads on it.
Yes.
Wow.
So on all of those four, for example, are calf heads?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
That explains a lot.
The kind of stuff that I tried to do years ago, but it was hard because everybody looked at and they focus on what they want to hear with all the different people. See, now I'm at the point in my life that humble, yeah, I learned how to be humble. I learned. But it doesn't bother me anymore of bringing out all the different stuff that's been happening. Because I don't worry about it. I'm not trying to be somebody else and this, that, and the other. There's over 20,000 records. Yes.
Thank you for that.
But 10,000, I finally went up to that point of in the past, I don't know, I'd say the past 2-3 years. I finally moved up. In my book, it only says it's about 5,000.
Thank you, Purdie.
No, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and see you next time when we talk about sonic moments that go under your skin. Thank you.
Yeah!